Never save money. That's the first financial advice my grandfather ever gave me. And honestly, I thought he'd lost his mind, because everywhere you look, people say the exact opposite. Save your money. Be safe. Prepare for the future. But my grandfather smiled and said, saving isn't wrong, but saving alone will keep you small. If you really want to change your life, you have to make money grow. Then he told me a story from his own life, and it changed the way I see money forever. In a small village, there once lived a man people called lazy, not because he wasn't capable, but because he never took action. Every morning he would sit under a large tree, staring at the sky. One day I'll open a store. One day I'll buy livestock. One day I'll be rich. But that one day never came. His dreams were big. His effort was zero. At first, people laughed at him. Later, they just felt sorry. His wife worked constantly, cooking, cleaning, stretching whatever little food they had. One evening, she said gently, "Dreams are beautiful, but dreams don't feed a family." He nodded. "Someday," he replied. But someday kept moving further away. Money got tighter, meals got smaller, hope got thinner. Then one night his little grandson walked up to him, barefoot, hungry. "Grandpa, do we have bread?" His wife opened the cupboard. It was empty. No bread, no rice, nothing. The silence in that room was heavy. That was the moment. Something inside him, finally, cracked. That night, he couldn't sleep. For the first time in his life, dreaming felt like failure. The next morning, he did something he had never done before. He went looking for work. The sun was brutal. The ground was dry. The tools were heavy. His back ached. His hands blistered. His pride shrank. Every night he came home exhausted. The money was small, but at least it was real. Still, there was a problem. Money came, money left, and they were still stuck. One day he overheard someone say, "The secret is saving money. If you save, you're safe." That sentence stuck in his head. That night, he found a glass jar. Every week, he dropped in a few coins. Clink, clink. That sound gave him hope. He told his grandson, "This jar is our future." They sacrificed everything: old shoes, worn clothes, smaller meals. Months passed. The jar filled up. For the first time, he felt secure. When the jar was full, he proudly took it to the market. He poured the coins onto the counter. "I'd like 3 sacks of corn." The shopkeeper counted, shook his head. "Prices went up. This will only buy 1.5. In that moment, he realized something painful. Money sitting still gets smaller. Inflation doesn't sleep. Time doesn't wait. And saving alone wasn't enough. One evening, sitting outside, he noticed something. Neighbors were carrying eggs. Others were selling milk. They weren't rich, but they weren't desperate either. Then a simple idea hit him. What if we buy chickens? This time he didn't say, "someday." He acted. He used the jar money and bought a few skinny chickens. The first day they found 1 egg, then 2. They ate some, sold some. With that money they bought another chicken, then another. Slowly, the chickens multiplied. Slowly, the income multiplied. For the first time in his life, his money was working for him. Not disappearing, growing. One day, he held an egg in his hand and told his grandson, "This egg is more powerful than a jar full of money. Money can run out, money can lose value, but when you invest it wisely, it creates more." That was the day he stopped being lazy. That was the day he understood wealth, not saving, growing. Saving money is smart, but saving alone will not make you free. A jar gives you comfort. A system gives you income. Dreams are important, but action changes everything. Even a small start, even a few chickens, can shift your entire future. So remember this. Don't just save money, make it grow. If this story opened your eyes, hit that like button, subscribe for more powerful, life-changing stories, and drop a comment below. Save or grow? Because the choice you make today will decide your tomorrow. I'll see you in the next story.